Details on AJ Francis re-signing, a preview of this week's Impact, and Nic Nemeth reveals who he wants to face in 2025. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sudden Impact, your premier destination for news about TNA Wrestling. I'm John, and without further ado, let's get started. This is Sudden Impact. So as TNA headed into the new year, they were able to keep AJ Francis under contract, re-signing him on a deal where he reportedly received top dollar. This was reported by Sports Illustrated, where Francis said, TNA has taken care of me the last year. A year ago, I wasn't the most sought after free agent. A year ago, people thought I wasn't going to wrestle anymore. A year ago, people thought my wrestling career might be done. And a year ago, TNA took me in for their very first show, Hard to Kill, in Las Vegas. That was the very first night I interacted with Joe Hendry. 1 year later, Joe Hendry's the biggest star in wrestling. He can still send me a box of cigars for that whenever he wants. Francis would go on to say, it's been a blessing with the fact that TNA has done so much for me in the last year. Obviously, this is a business. It's not called a wrestling friendship. It's called the wrestling business. I always wanted to go back to TNA, even though over the past week I've made it clear that I could go anywhere. There were feelers out for me potentially going over to AEW, maybe going back to NXT because I never really got a run in NXT, or maybe going back to SmackDown. Obviously, going to Netflix for Raw would have been cool too. But there was a lot of options out on the table for me. TNA just feels like the best place for me. TNA has always, since the day I got there, changed people's perception of me. My last match in TNA was for the world title. An absolute banger of a match in the main event of Final Resolution against Nic Nemeth. This deal with keeps AJ Francis in TNA until the end of 2025, so he can continue to be the CEO of First Class and continue to make TNA into AJ Francis. So this is This is a great sign for TNA, as with all of the recent news about other wrestlers leaving after their contracts expire. Having AJ Francis re-sign means that they see the value in him and hopefully will feature him in a prominent role. Are you liking this video? Want to see more? Then like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It's free and helps me produce more videos like this. Go ahead and do it so I can continue to bring you the news from TNA Wrestling. Joe Hendry will open the very first Impact of 2025 tomorrow. So where no doubt he will be in the mindset of wanting to win the World Championship from Nic Nemeth at Genesis later this month. Also scheduled to appear on Impact tomorrow is Tessa Blanchard. By now, most of you would know that Tessa Blanchard returned at Final Resolution and attacked Jordynne Grace. Hopefully we get an explanation for her motivations to return and attacking Jordynne Grace. And Moose gives an update on the X Division Championship. And in terms of the matches, so Kushida takes on Ace Austin in singles action, as well as Jordynne Grace, Marsha Slamovich, and Spitfire face Rosemary, Tasha Steelz, Ash, and Heather by Elegance in an 8-woman tag match. Catch it live on Access TV in the US, Sportsnet 360 in Canada, and on TNA Plus worldwide tomorrow. And finally, Nic Nemeth took to X this week to answer some fan questions and name some of the opponents that he wants to face in 2025. So he wrote, "I want to fight Leon Slater, Jordan, as in Jordan Grace, Casey, Navarro, Omega, Kenny, Tanahashi again, Adam Cole, Bebe, Jeff, tore it up with Matt a lot already, so I'm assuming he's talking about Jeff Hardy. So this also drew quite a hilarious response from Moose, who wrote in, "I hope Jordan kicks your ass." So this is just fantastic. I'm not too sure if Nic Nemeth will actually get to face Jordan Grace before she leaves the company. Hopefully, they actually have that match, but yeah, who knows? And it's just a list of people who are most of them are in TNA, but there's also a few wrestlers that aren't, so like Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, and Tanahashi. So who knows if where he'll face them, or if they will actually be they'll actually have those matches in a TNA ring. I really hope so, but who knows? 2025, guys, it's going to be a massive year, though. So that's all for this episode. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Leave your comments down below, and ring the bell for notifications. Also, catch this episode wherever you get your podcasts. So until next time, I'm John, and this has been Sudden Impact.